BenFlyingRetro, and I'm embarking on a quest to purchase every classic GI Joe comic from the original 80s and 90s Marvel run.
Warning.
Hunting down individual issues from every corner of the globe in whatever order the universe decides to give me. Join me and my pal Steve every week as we discuss my latest find. Welcome to Chasing Joe. Chasing Joe.
Whoa, it's Thursday! It's Chasing Joe!
Episode 55. Johnny 5 is alive. Short Circuit, S-Jubs. Is that a reference that means anything to you?
Man, I haven't seen Short Circuit since I was 5 years old, brother.
Geez, in middle school we used to flick through books in the library like he does. I think the butler did it. He did. That was a big middle school joke.
Damn, son. Okay, deep recall. Where do you even go to watch Short Circuit now? I keep stumbling on that.
It made me very sad when, like, is he dressed up as Rambo, but he's, like, leaking battery acid and he's in bits. Do you remember that scene?
Not in the slightest. Did I say up front that I saw it last when I was 5 years old?
Jeez, it did not live strong in your memory. Anyway, that's Chasing Short Circuit. That's another pod I have on Fridays. So let me just introduce myself again. Watasha wa Ben Desu. I am Ben. I am having Japanese lessons.
Dingo Steven Jabba Unjani.
Jeez, right, but I thought you were talking Huttese then.
I know, right? Well, they did use a bit of Zulu, a little bit of Swahili.
Oh, okay. No
Absolutely.
Jabba.
Like Utini means
Utini.
How are you?
Not for a jar, it don't. It means... well, no, they just say it all the time. I don't know.
Utini Disapila. Buena. That's how are you? I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jawas, I don't really keep up with film news anymore, but the trailer for the Mandalorian film came on my screen. Woo-hoo! What a piece of junk. Ouch. That is Disney laying it on thick. It looked like a regular episode. I was like, where's the budge?
Mm-hmm. This is when he fights through an AT-AT. Like,
Grogu's just heavily. What a mess. I'm not convinced that people are going to go and see that flick. Anyway.
Yeah, it feels like the fashion of Baby Yoda has died out very swiftly.
Yeah. Well, look, we are at episode 55 of Chasing Joe, and it is the last book from Joe Fest 2025. Mark, Funky Bunch, Talking Joe fame. I passed the baton. No, I didn't pass the baton. I just left it on the streets. Chief picked up the baton. Eventually, Funky Bunch took over Talking Joe, and he's sending me ARA books in a big, no problemo school dinners bag. What have I got? It is... Issue 83, October 18th, 1988. Yet again, we're going back to the 80s. Hella cover. As always in this show, I'll be rude. I will silence you, S-Jubs. Don't say a word before we are immersed. And this is timely. It's almost October here. It's October back then, and Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers, was that year's Halloween film. Any memories?
I'm not a horror guy, unless
You're
there's a
not,
sci-fi bent. So The Thing, Alien, all play very heavily in my book. Things like Halloween, Friday the 13th.
I've gotten into horror as
Nightmare on
I've
Elm Street.
gotten older.
Right.
Because I think
What is it that turned the corner for you?
I meet so many people that don't necessarily like film, but they like horror. You know, people that just love horror films, horror movies, but they literally don't watch any other genre of film. I know quite a lot of those people. And
Well, they must really come out of the woodwork, because horrors can still be made on shoestring budgets and still make bank at the box office, it seems.
yes, A24, that production company making lots of films in that kind of vein. You know, no big stars, but yeah, they're making big dollars. This one is, I don't have much memories of Halloween 4, but I remember Halloween 3 being confused because it had nothing to do with Halloween 1 and 2. It's like completely different story. Bizarre.
So
but
Halloween is the dude in the Kirk mask, right?
Michael
Mike
Myers. Yes, yeah, that's the story
Okay.
behind it, isn't it? They couldn't find anything.
Yeah.
So they found a Captain Kirk mask. Something like that.
And they just sort
Anyway,
of bleached it.
As we have mentioned on this show many times, it's the month of October, but films that came out in the summer were still in the theatres. So if you wanted, you could just go see Die Hard, Young Guns, Cocktail, Big. It was a time to be into films back then. It just hit after hit. Cultural pillars of my childhood right there. All of them
Big
on
is still
VHS.
watchable, very watchable for a GI Joe fan, because the background is always peppered with like GI Joe props and bits and pieces. I think there's a Cobra Mamba at one point.
Is there?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember that. What, he's actually playing with one, just in the deep background?
Probably in the background on a shelf
Yeah.
somewhere. But I seem to recall on my last rewatch.
Okay, so we're going to hop into the DeLorean, and I'm going to turn to look at you, stare you deep in the eyes, and start singing, I just want to tell you how I'm feeling.
No, really,
Gotta
Ashley.
make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye.
Oof, Lord have mercy.
Rick Ashley, listen to the Foo Fighters version he did. I think it was a gig in Japan. They saw that Rick Ashley was in the crowd or something. They got him upstage, did a rocking version of that. Find that on YouTube.
Just impromptu. They were able to just play through it.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Dude, they're musicians, buddy.
They just jammed it.
That stuff is just in them. I'm going to drag you kicking and screaming into the comic shop. You're whinging. You want to go to Toys R Us. No! Get in here. So you would pick this up off the rack. You would also pick up Batman issue 428, The Death of Jason Todd. That's Robin 2. They killed him.
By public demand.
Well, so Dick Grayson was Robin 1, and then goes on to be one of the best superheroes ever, Nightwing. Read the Chuck Dixon 90s run, please, S-Jubs. Yeah, sometimes you look...
Did you buy all the floppies, or did you read them
Dude, I
in
bought
trade?
all of the floppies.
So the precedent was set with Nightwing.
Yes.
Like, that was the template for Chasing
Nightwing.
Joe. There we
Yeah,
go.
but I was doing it in order.
Okay.
That was mighty satisfying doing that. Expensive. You can't just you just cannot do that with every old comic run that you want to read, but it is nice to do it.
How many individual issues to that arc, or that storyline?
I
that
think
title?
Chuck Dixon came off at around like 70.
Okay.
Yeah, enough.
He kicked it off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So at the moment, I am reading an Iron Fist run, but Marvel app. Sometimes you just can't, you can't buy every goddamn floppy. I'm already chasing Joe. I can't be chasing Iron Fist, X-Men. Someone else is going to have to chase those guys.
Yeah, step up, guys. Come on.
Look, so that's an interesting Batman comic. Also, could have bought Transformers UK issue 188. I don't know how that's possible. It must have been coming out weekly. But this one caught my eye because it says Transformers and Visionaries. Crossover Central back then. No memory of these two IPs playing together.
Big old Hasbro fest.
Yeah, why not? I suppose maybe they weren't... I don't know. Maybe people didn't get excited when they saw their Transformers book and it had "and Visionaries" on it. I suppose you'd have to like both toys for that to pump your nads.
So this is an interesting exercise that I sometimes like to do with the Marvel Transformers run, because I'm not that familiar with Transformers, particularly in their various modes in art. I mean, identifying the toy is one thing. Identifying the toy as interpreted by an artist, something else. So can you name the three Autobots on this particular cover?
Yeah, so
Go, Ben, go. Come on.
The far right, I want to say that's Ironhide, but it doesn't necessarily look like him.
Okay.
Would you say that's Ironhide?
I would not say that's Ironhide, but...
he looks like he's going to turn into a van.
I'm going to keep giving you some rope. Do you want to take a stab at the other two?
Yeah, tell me who that one is first.
Oh, come on. I wanted to humiliate you at the end. No, that's Inferno. Definitely Inferno.
Okay,
With those two, like, white sort of wing things. The sort of additional pieces that you plug in.
Those other two look so generic.
Mm.
They're not G1. Who are they? I don't know.
They are G1. We're in the G1 era here. This is 1988, right?
Yeah.
Late G1. But the one on the left is a triple changer called Sandstorm, I think.
No idea.
Helicopter and dune buggy.
Oh, sick.
Hmm.
That
and the one in the middle,
video game.
the one in the middle, I'm going to also say is a triple changer by the name of Broadside. Guess what he transforms into?
Broadside? I don't know. Two other things.
Yeah, he transforms into an aircraft and an aircraft carrier.
Oh my days!
Some pretty insane mass shifting there.
Okay, quite a big toy. I'm thinking.
Oh no, standard.
Okay.
G1 transformer size.
Standard.
Hilarious. Standard.
Okay.
Don't know what the hell is behind them.
No, actually, I'll save my pickups for a minute. Well, let's just stay on the Visionaries thing because we're going to go to the toy shop. We've just read about Visionaries. We're going to pick some up. Visionaries, Knights of the Magical Light. So, Visionaries, Knights of the Magical Light is a science fantasy media franchise, tick for S-Jubs, that consisted of a short-lived toy line of action figures and vehicles produced by Hasbro and animated television series by Sunbow that ran for only one season, only 13 episodes. In my head, that's a 5-season show with 100 episodes, but that's what being a kid is all about. Great premise, a futuristic society where all technology and complex machinery suddenly ceases to exist and its citizens are forced to rely on ancient magic to survive. They all have these banners, like with their, I don't know, ye old kind of when you're marching into battle and you've got the dude that has to hold up your
standard
clan's,
bearer.
Yeah. But that was the hook of the toy, because look at that lentic.
Yeah.
Look at that hologram. They worked well. They weren't crap. Those holograms looked cool. And that is a nice bubble. That is a nice action fig pack. It's ticking all the box. You've got great artwork. Sort of mysterious.
That panel on the card also a lenticular?
Not a lentic, a hologram.
Oh, hologram, okay.
I think lenticular is where you can get two images.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Sorry, that's right. Got that sort of ridged plastic window. Mm-hmm.
But
whereas this is the stuff you would have on your credit card.
Yes. Yeah. Visionaries, it's so funny how it only had one season because it's quite ingrained in me. I thought it was much bigger. But
Well,
look,
that would
dude, they've
explain
got
why
some,
it has absolutely no bearing on me. I mean, yeah, this thing, blink
they've
and you
got
miss
some
it.
articulation down there, dude.
They are O-ring figures, I believe, but they are at a slightly larger scale than GI Joe, which is heartbreaking.
Slightly chunkier. Their
Yeah.
vehicles look, from a design point of view, very interesting. Kind
I
of
just see Master of the Universe, honestly. When I see these vehicles, I'm like, yeah,
close.
that is Point Dread's, what's it called? The Talon Fighter.
They look like they've been 3D printed now.
Yeah.
But that
true.
is part of their design, their sort of basic angular. It's relatively interesting. But I would
Yeah,
like to
think
get a
even if
selection of these. I'm missing these. So my
Okay.
cabinet is missing some mask and it's missing some visionaries. So I am going to remedy that. And if I remedy it by next week, I will bring them on the show. But before we talk about this delightful comic book, I got some pickups. Not
Oh.
toys, but Action Force books.
No way.
Yeah, wait. Now, I
Ladybird.
I was asking Funky Bunch if these even existed, and now I've got them in hand. I think I'm getting flashbacks of having these two as well. So what we got? We got Return of the Dinosaurs, and we've got Flint's Holiday. Are these just Sumbo episodes?
Return of the Dinosaurs doesn't sound like any
Look at
specific.
this, though. Look at that.
Okay.
Now, as a kid, these are the pages that you actually pour on first. Like, you're just like, oh, what's all this? Info. Bright, vivid.
So they've actually lifted animation cells and made them the artworks.
That's exactly what they've done. But
Right.
the logos are bright and bold.
Okay.
And I don't think these were audio books. I don't think you were turning the page. But look at Flint's Holiday. That is an episode, isn't it?
Oh yes, no, Flint's Holiday definitely.
Yeah. Remember it.
He takes a little furlough back to his hometown, and everyone's brainwashed and everyone's Cobra controlled.
Yeah. These are fantastic.
Flint never takes off his bloody beret.
Yeah. So those are good pickups. I'm going to read those to Scout.
Yeah, I was about to say, make for good bedtime stories for the youngster.
Warrant Officer Flint is the European Field Commander of Action Force, a team of military specialists always on call to fight evil of any kind, and especially Cobra's secret army. Woo! Good pickups. They were £1 each.
Yeah, as they should be.
As they should be. At episode 55, the running total is £234.83, 318 USD, 18 donations. The donations are coming in thick and fast. Let me tell you, I've had some more come all the way from Canada this week, but we'll get to those later. I'm going to smell this sucker.
So last week was quite rank and damp.
Well, and it's come. Well, I don't know if it's come from the same box. Funky Bunch could have picked this up from a different seller. You just don't know.
I'm hoping for your sake it is.
Well, look, it is a Road Pig issue, and we
Grape
are
soda?
getting pork.
Oh my god, really?
You just don't know, because Funky Bunch could have been chowing down on a massive pulled pork baguette or something. You just don't know. But it's
roast pork with a
fitting.
little bit of crackling.
Let's talk about this issue.
Let's.
Now, I dug out my Road Pig. Let's just hold him up, because we do love the plastic. Oh, great fig. So much play with this guy. This is obviously my childhood one. I'm missing his wrist bow. What is that?
Crossbow?
Wrist crossbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, was that grenade based?
As we will learn in this issue, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was. No, I can't remember if I played it like that. We always used to just think this guy was Chief. Incredible codpiece. just amazing.
Studded.
And, you know, the torso on him. The torso. Oh, joyous.
I don't know if I was prudish as a child or if I just felt like it was too much like Masters of the Universe, but a topless G.I. Joe put me right off.
Yeah, he's
I saw Road Pig, I saw Mindbender, I saw Raptor, I saw Big Boa, and I just left them behind. I walked straight towards a colorful cobra. I know, right?
Yeah, that's a
Could
strange
not-
one because I so incorporated. I've got this in my notes for a bit later, but a lot of WWF was being watched around this time, and he would. Well, let me demonstrate. I'll just get rid of some of the
gear.
bits. So, for example, who have we got here? We got Spirit. We got Spirit, who straight after this show, I will be putting a new O-ring on him.
Yes,
he is loosey goosey.
Has he still got his crotch, Ben?
This is weird. I've got to lift his flap. Don't worry, Spirit. I'm just gonna just cough. No, he has no crotch.
Well, his bag at least covers up his shame. But that is the European exclusive Spirit. Nice
It certainly
one,
is.
dude. Make people salivate on the other side of the screen.
Yeah. So we would do things like this. We would do things like German suplexes, you know?
Oh, Spirit.
We would do wrestling moves with this guy.
Makes sense.
He was strong. He always featured in my play. He's up there. He's actually up there for me. Just that flat top, man. And the red is... Let me have a look at the cover. Yeah, the red is not a band. That is dyed red hair. Yeah, that is a strip.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course it is. Otherwise, it would go around his forehead. But on
For
the
such
cover,
an absolute bruiser, he definitely has some like style choices. This guy he's a bit of a diva.
he's great. His silver kind of I don't know. He's got like regular brown boots, but then he's got this awesome silver kind of shielding on top of them. A couple of extra rounds strapped to his thigh.
It's funny. He seems to have inspired Downtown in that regard. So the very next year, GI Joe had a guy with a similar kind of padding on his boots with the sort of cutouts in them. Yeah.
This cover's great. It's tightly cropped on Road Pig. There's a nice kind of yellow hue to it. Little nuance there. Little artistic flourish, I think.
He's caught in a spotlight or something.
Yeah, but it does change the cover. I think without that, it would seem a lot more kind of flat. The property of Road Pig is a nice touch.
You like that? I could have done without it, to be honest.
What's it?
But it does really
it's
put
his
the
intro, isn't it? I mean,
yeah. It's nice that it's diegetic. You know, it's baked into the scene. We're not having like a text box saying, "Here cometh the roadblock" or something. Oh, sorry, the Road Pig. I'm gonna make that mistake a few times, I'm sure.
So he's got spiked battle shield, cinder block hammer, high-powered crossbow, high-density impact pads.
Okay.
He's chocked. But anything this means to you? Does this cover say anything to you? Memories? Own it now? Own it as a kid? Read
I
it
had
as a
this
kid?
issue as a child. Read it as a kid.
Yes, you did. Yes, you
I
did.
think because of Road Pig's prominence in it, it was a less enjoyed issue for me.
Yeah,
but
you're
it
not a
did
Dreadnought
set up.
guy.
No, afraid not. But it did set up an interesting trope of GI Joe being able to mask their pit's entrance by just moving the exterior.
That's ridiculous.
What a plan! What a ploy! But it does
1
speak
mile.
to how our brains are wired. Like, you might have the coordinates of a place. You might be able to find it with your instruments within 6 meters certainty. But if your eyes can deceive you, don't trust them. Absolutely, a visual cue will throw you off and make you question your guidance systems. And that's exactly what happens in this issue. And I stand by it. It's absolutely something that a mistake that we will make time and time again. I don't think Cobra's being foolish at all. I think that's a very human error to make.
Well, it's one man being foolish, maybe. Mindbender.
But you'd say that and you'd be right, but I think it's the other way around because it's Zartan who's like, instruments can be, they can get things wrong.
Okay,
So
right.
Mindbender might be leading the expedition, but I think it's Zartan who places the seed of doubt.
Okay. Well,
he's
you've
like-
given somewhat of a synopsis. Do you want to fill in the
Okay.
blanks? As
Sure.
Hans
So
would say?
issue 83 is entitled Road Pig, and it is Road Pig on the rampage to free his lady love from the state police. She's interred along with Zanzibar, along with other dreadnoks as well, but Zanzibar and Zorana are the only ones who get rescued. It's very much like the Terminator.
Yes.
The police precinct shootout.
Yeah.
Because
100%.
50% of the issue, or perhaps even more, 60 or 70% of the issue is concerned with Road Pig stalking his way through this precinct, mercilessly murdering cops. Like, this guy's a cop killer. He is public enemy number one after this issue. But he gets Zorana, and it seems to be posited that he's infatuated with her in a romantic sense. And she kind of strings him along.
Yeah.
She looks like she's almost sorry for him. Like she's sympathetic to this guy. But I don't know, Ben, what's your read on that relationship? Do you think she's given it up?
He's a bit of a blunt instrument, and she is just using him to get what she wants in that specific moment.
Well, what she wants is her freedom, and Road Pig is able to deliver because her Zanzibar and Road Pig blast off into the night. Meanwhile, Cobra is launching in a massive flotilla of helicopters to take out GI Joe's Pit 3 in the Utah desert. They've got the coordinates after Star Viper successfully infiltrated, so they know in terms of a GPS fix where it's located. But the Joes are tipped off by Captain Min, who happens to have a Cobra radio in his Moray vessel. So he's able to listen in, and he phones the Pentagon, gets put through to the pit, and the Joes have the brilliant idea of just moving the top of the Pit 3, the 3 Quonset huts, and a few vehicles, and maybe some fencing, 1 mile over, and Cobra raise that to the ground, realize there's nothing underneath it, and then are on their merry little way.
Love that synopsis. Now we've got Ron Wagner on the art sticks, drawing the heck out of this issue, may I add. And you're a helicopter guy, and boy, do you get some helos inbound in this issue. But just starting us off, there's a couple of panels with Road Pig. Bearing in mind this is the first time you would have ever met this character, and if you've been, indoctrinated into like Marvel books, you almost feel like he's going to Hulk out in these panels. You know, like these specific ones where it's punching into his face and then his eyeball, and his eyeball is kind of twitching. Next panel, that could go green and you wouldn't be surprised.
No, it does everything short of going green.
Yeah.
There's no physical transformation, but there certainly is a character transformation. What do you think of Road Pig's multiple personalities?
I'm massively here for it because it's something we haven't seen in A-Ra. And it's like, what are you going to do? Introduce another Dreadnought? Like, how many kind of just generic punks are you going to introduce? Like, I think having that spin on his personality is great, and also quite fun from a writing point of view.
Oh yeah,
like with the stuttering and the kind of Dickensian way he talks, and then it sort of goes into just mindless, Road Pig mode
or Hulk smash mode. Yeah, look, it's interesting to me because it's not borne out on his file card. Either of his file cards.
I did read his file card for this. Yeah, saw that.
So this is an invention of Larry's on the comic book page alone, because, I mean, for what little Road Pig appearances we have in the Deke series, he also doesn't have this shtick.
Okay.
It's It's interesting. It seems
is
in the
interesting.
IDW run, it has kind of been dropped in favor of Road Pig just being a Hulk all of the time. But like here, he's got his Donald persona, which, like you say, Dickensian or Shakespearean. He speaks very forsooth.
Yeah, which is a great visual trick, isn't it? When you're looking at him and then he speaks like that, it's good. It's fun.
Yeah, and it's there's a lettering convention that supports it because they use lowercase text. Every time he's Donald, he's and what, may I ask, is so humorous about ordering a large grape soda and a plate of chocolate donuts?
I have to say, this never informed my play with the toy, with the figure.
No way.
I mean, no way.
He was Road Pig all the time.
He was a brute, and he was doing awful things with that cinder block hammer.
Yeah. So it's.
I think me and Chief played out Misery with him, with the ankles. I think we strapped some poor Joe bugger up, and in Misery, you probably haven't seen it, where she sledgehammers his ankles. Oh man, it's awful. Stephen King. Anyway, we were diabolical.
Well, when you've given such unconventional weapons, you just got to use them somehow. Brutal.
Yeah.
A cinder block hammer.
Now, would you like to get to some of your beautifully drawn helos being drawn? Well, there's a great bit where they're refueling. And
Yes.
I just love a single panel detail, completely unnecessary, really, but it's a bonus. It's real world. It's like, yeah, they're putting in some miles. They are going to have to refuel. That's a gorgeous panel.
Does beg the question, though, how permeable the airspace of the United States is if Cobra can fly this fleet of helicopters.
There's a lot of them, yeah.
They ain't stealth, and they ain't flying low to the ground either. They are at altitude being refueled by very big tankers, which are also Cobra aircraft. They're not like civilian aircraft trying to like be clandestine. No. These are the bad guys. And they are definitely over United States airspace.
If you just pull out and have a look at both those, oh no, sorry, single pages. It's a beautiful issue, this one. I think the art is stunning.
We are always treated when it's Ron Wagner's time on pencils because he is excellent.
Yeah,
I keep coming back to how great he is at everything. Character designs, vehicles, structures, so good. And here it seems like the inks are quite thin, so you're seeing a lot more clarity of the pencils, the naked pencils. What are we seeing?
We're just seeing a lot of nice art across 2 pages that, revs your engine for consuming ARA. It's kind of, it may be peak how I like it to look.
Oh, absolutely.
There's just
not maybe, Ben.
Amounts of detail, just such detail, just in the foregrounds, the backgrounds, yeah.
Though Zartan's helicopter appears to be laid out like a aircraft, because that's a throttle that he's got his hand on, and not a collective.
Yeah, what are you gonna? I mean, choppers are more about a lot of foot pedals going on and stuff, but he didn't want to draw that. I have to say, I am getting the cozy factor out of some of these panels. By the way, I wouldn't mind being in there with those 2 lads.
Yep,
I'd be okay. Even
Zartan's weird bus-like helicopter is made to look quite respectable in the hands of Ron Wagner.
Yeah,
there's 2 massive bulbous things on the sides and the
I think a dozen helicopters flying at night over the Utah desert that stirs my loins. It's a good premise. It's quite exciting what they're embarking on, and you're kind of wondering how it's going to play out. But this brings me to this guy again. Now, are we saying like he's always sat on that rug? over the trapdoor to the entire pit 3. Yeah? Is he just there at night? Is he doing shifts? Is the other guy that does it just a regular dude? Is he meditating? Is he just focusing? It's, yeah. Spirit is in the middle hut. Obviously, it's the middle hut. Yeah. That's his job. Jeez,
Well, we
I need
always
to get
see
an
him
O-ring.
sat on that blanket when we catch up with him. But perhaps as part of the cover story of the Pit 3's kind of external elements, he treats that like sort of maybe some kind of training exercise. Like he's sent into the deep desert. He treats it like I don't know. He goes about a kind of a day-to-day existence there. Cooks,
cool factor,
hunts.
His cool factor is ruined because I don't for a minute believe that... who comes out? Is it Lowlight?
A whole bunch. All the Joes start pouring out, and they've
Who pushes him?
Is it Dusty? No, someone who's got gloves. Well, it's colored Caucasian, but I mean that could be a colorist error. It could have been Roadblock. So black gloves, flesh forearms.
Oh, okay.
Who's leading?
So what you're trying to tell me that you don't think that that's Lowlight?
Oh, Lowlight's definitely emerging. But
yeah.
a whole string of
you're
Joes
talking about then. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I see. But look, he was deep in it, and yeah, they knew he was there. That's just their joke. They play on him. But yeah. So what do you think about this moving of... Oh, that's a nice shot of it there, isn't it? Yeah, so they leave all the lights on. They've already moved, yeah? That's it moved. That's the...
Oh, no, hang on. When the BF2K, Battle Force 2000, arrive with Mutt, that's the actual location of the Pit 3.
Right, okay.
Then the Joes, I guess, labor through the night, are able to somehow, I guess, truck the structures over to the other side of the desert.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got like 2-ton trucks and earth moving equipment and excavators, diggers, etc.
Yeah, I wonder how big this issue should have had. One of those lovely cross sections in it of the pit 3, because where they moved it to still might have been over it. Although it's probably not a mile. It's probably not a mile long, is it? I guess.
Well, look, the Pit 3 has a launch ramp for jets.
I tell you why I know it does, because I just listened to your show.
Yeah, man.
From a couple of weeks back, and you boys were discussing what do you prefer? Do you prefer a subterranean pit, or do you like a kind of Sunbow base visual? And yeah, that got me thinking, and I do enjoy the basketball court, the facilities, the gym, the big kind of laser guns. It's, interesting. They feel very different. They tick a lot of different boxes.
Absolutely.
You know?
Sunbow GI Joe headquarters is just like, we're here, come get us.
Yeah.
There's no level of secrecy. And that's why they're able to have like airstrips with sky strikers. And there's something very fun about that it's all there. Yeah. Whereas GI Joe had to kind of go to McGuire Air Force Base to get the C-130 or the Sky Strikers.
Yeah.
So there was like a logistical hump.
Yeah, I take both.
No, come on. Beatles or Rolling Stones? You got to pick one. Was it Beatles or Elvis? Beatles or Elvis?
No, I guess, okay, then I think I'd go Sunbow, just because I like very good facilities. And I like to be outside.
Sure. Feel the sun on your skin.
Just going, I've got something in here in my notes.
So there's plenty of outside to be had in the Utah desert.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Just all of these shots of Road Pig on his bike going through the police station are great. He doesn't get off the bike and start going on foot. He's just in where the cells are, just like revving through, going through. And is there one bit where he's kind of throttling, but he's dragging his cinder block as well? It's
down the hall.
Quite a striking visual of him.
Well, I keep coming back to the precinct assault in 1984's Terminator. You know, Sarah Connor, sorry, visiting hours or whatever. Come back later. I'll be back. I mean, all that was missing was that scene, because you've got him crashing through and wrecking the sort of the front desk. Just prior to that, there's some police officers running at him and discharging their weapons. Like, I don't know if that's standard procedure, but he replies very, very swiftly with one explosive bolt. And yeah, this is where I say he's an absolute cop killer, because those guys get fragged, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. And he goes past this guy.
Law.
Zanzibar.
Oh, Zanzibar. Jeez.
There he is. Soft goods. What is your thought? Well, look, if you don't, if you didn't like Road Pig much as a child and you weren't that into Dreadnoks, I can't imagine you've got that many nice things to say about this pirate.
It's an amazing sculpt.
Unique.
You just have a pirate who has no vessel. I mean, he's so...
with the riverboat lot, wouldn't he?
Absolutely.
Fit right in.
Yeah. He's a bit of a square peg, round hole with the Dreadnoks, because...
Everyone used to do this with him, though. They'd twirl him.
Did they now?
Well, you could...
Well, that would explain why my one's hair is so ratty. I never had one as a child, so I bought it after the fact, but, like, it's,
no, but you
it's
could,
gnarly.
It's almost a play feature, because you could...
Yes.
I always thought
around.
the purple was a nice, or the pink was a nice touch.
Oh, visually stunning. Look at his belt.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of lovely
and
details.
And he came with, what was the name of his vehicle?
The air skiff. Not exactly the most
pretty
signature name.
Yeah.
Just a flying triangle.
Do you feel like the Dreadnoks in the toy line? I know they got the what's the trike?
It's the Dreadnought cycle.
The Dreadnought cycle. Do you ever feel like in the earlier releases they could have done with just a heavy bike? Too normal, too real world? Like what he has in this, like a chopper. Like Road Pig could have come with that. That would have been amazing. Do you know? Is it just too, a big old Harley?
Yeah, the closest they came to having a bike was a sort of Sears exclusive recolor of the Ram. But seeing Dreadnoks on like GI Joe bikes don't work. That doesn't work.
No.
But like when I see people put them on like bikes that they've sourced from Maestro or Hot Wheels,
yes,
I don't feel like that works either.
Is the scale right?
The scale is right. The aesthetic is off.
Is it?
Yeah. I'd sooner have
they
all
look
the
good
Dreadnoks
on the page when they're on them.
Well, you're a Dreadnought guy, so I'll defer to you. But my gut says Dreadnoughts are best on the Thunder Machine, on ferrets, and like any vehicle that looks Mad Maxy. Some people used metal machines.
True.
I think there was a Tonka line called Metal Machines that made these kind of Mad Max inspired like
mashups
or Metal Monsters, something like that.
Okay.
They're mythical now. They hardly ever come up for sale.
You want them beyond the Thunderdome.
I just want them on things less conventional than Harley Davidson's.
I do think I kind of think it works as well. But you could also apply what you're saying to a bike.
Well, as long as they are adequately dressed, if the bike is nicely like Mad Maxified, then I guess. But that's why the Dreadnought cycle gets a pass for me, because yes, it's monstrously oversized. It's a trike. It's got a gun on it, but it's undeniably fitting the aesthetic of A-Rod Joe.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Whereas, when I see O-ring figures on chrome die-cast metal bike models.
Yeah, huh?
I'm like, ugh, I don't like that. Yeah,
Doesn't work.
no.
But I stand by that it does work visually on the page. It certainly works in this issue.
Oh yeah, sure.
You know,
Okay.
as he's look at that shot is fantastic. He's a strong lad. He's a strong lad to throttle that bike.
And one hand yeet that block.
Yeet.
Yeah,
You
man.
remind me of my 15-year-old dude. There was a yeet. There was a fantastic ad that stopped me in my tracks. Where is it? Yeah,
You're gonna make me salivate because I have this issue, but a million miles away.
Introducing the DJ machine. Something about the expressions of these young actors, models that they'd get in. Look at that thing. That is something that I would love to play with now. I bet you could make some wild stuff on that. Makes me think of Baby Driver when he's coming up, you know, when he's doing all that stuff. That looks incredible. Did you ever have a DJ machine?
I had an old Casio.
Same.
You got to.
Yeah.
And like
sure.
endlessly enjoying like the different kind of percussion loops.
Yeah, this has got a tape deck in though, so you can record.
Of course.
Unreal.
Cool, man.
A little
and a microphone.
Yeah. That would be genuinely so much fun to play with now. I bet they got some good stuff on there.
Effects.
But anyway. Yeah, effects. We haven't spoken about... We have got Law. We've got Law in here. We've got Law and Order. He's got a little bit of dialogue. He's got a few nice panels where he's letting some bullets fly from his hand cannon.
Oh, shit, yeah. His shot gets ruined by Captain Coho. Like, I don't really understand why the cops give Law such shtick. I mean, he's also in uniform.
Yeah, because are the cops thinking that this is going to be an opportunity for them?
Right.
Initially. Because Zorana's like, I'm going to sue everyone if your liability insurance isn't over 2 mil. And then I'm sure one of the Rozzers says something about an opportunity.
Well, I think they want to observe due process. They're not keen to let the military guys step in and like throw these terrorists into a dark hole somewhere. Yeah, these are idealistic by the book cops. But you know, Law gave them fair warning. He was like, "You have no idea. Freight train's about to roll through here, guys. Like, you'd be better off letting me take these terrorists with me." And they're like, "Nope." And they pay the price, man. It's a pretty dark issue if you think about that cost. The fact that like police officers are being slain, and that kind of makes like what I got from this read. Law is pretty smug in the final panel as the bad guys get away. I'm like, I don't know if I agree with his like expression at that point.
Yeah,
you're
be a bit
more
surrounded by corpses. So
yeah, it should be a bit more remorseful. He's like, look at it this way. Now we don't have to worry about getting sued. Like, Law, I don't think now's the time to be cracking jokes, bro.
Oh, S-Jubs. Let's check out some of the panels where Cobra are actually landing and doing their kind of ground invasion of the Pit 3. So
glad you prompted that.
Look at that. Those choppers, those helos are chock full of Cobras. Fire. We've got a couple on the deck creating a holding pattern.
You got
lovely
guys
visuals.
Jumping out of helicopters without a kind of a rope line or anything. They're just...
I'd say it's pretty high still. Pretty high.
They are going to break some ankles.
Yeah, I'd say that's too high.
Yeah. But it's pretty dramatic stuff. Like, it looks like the helicopter's actually tilting to
Look
like
at the
throw them
cannons
out.
in the mouth there. You got to love that, no?
Ron Wagner absolutely mastered the Cobra helicopter design. But something that jumped out at me, and I've always wrestled with this and never figured it out until this reread. So there's a Viper leaping from the helicopter that I always battle to identify. and he's on the screen right now if you happen to be watching the YouTube version of this podcast. What Viper is that?
Yeah, he
Viper?
looks. Yeah, he actually is dressed. He looks more like a bat to me, but
Yeah. The colorist thought it was a bat,
yeah.
but we know better.
Do we?
Look at the backpack. Look at the backpack.
Yeah, Toxo Viper backpack,
Thank you.
but that's not a Toxo Viper, dude.
Is it not? Look at the gauntlets. Look at the boots.
What, you think they just randomly put a Toxo Viper in there?
Hazardous environment trooper. You're sending him into this like flame. This place is an inferno.
For sure, yes.
I think you would put a Toxo Viper into the field.
Okay, fine. You could do, yeah. It's a funny one because it's just a lot of blue shirts.
Yeah, blue shirts hold the perimeter. Toxo Vipers advance into the hazard zone.
Yeah, they go full bore as well. They're like shock and awe. I mean...
Yeah. Hit it with the rockets. Everything's in cinders by the time they actually...
I mean, do you think they're satisfied with that? They're not there. Okay, fine. Information was wrong.
I think they were out of time. You can't launch this kind of attack, make the attack, and expect no response. So, this also kind of brings me back to my point. It's a pretty bold move for Cobra to fly all the way from the Gulf of Mexico into Utah, refuel, all that time over essentially hostile airspace.
Yeah.
In helicopters, probably the most vulnerable aircraft there is.
You're going to raise some eyebrows for sure.
I mean, there's a point where, is it General Hollingsworth? The general that's on the horn to Hawk, he's like, as per your instructions, Hawk, we're not going to send up any Air Force interdiction. Like, they could have easily blown Cobra away. But Hawk was like, no, let's rather play it my way. We're going to maintain the secrecy of the pit better this way.
Yeah.
By fooling Cobra.
Game.
Exactly.
Now,
so we can get to keep our digs. Because if we blow up these Cobra helicopters, they're just going to come in with Night Ravens, with, I don't know, bunker-busting warheads or something.
I have seen people on Bournemouth Beach with better tech than this Techno Viper's got. He is scanning for a base, a secret base, with a bog standard home base metal detector that is going to be picking up nuts and bolts.
Mate, what do you want it to look like?
They would have been doing that from the air with some kind of pulse.
Right. Okay.
Look, I love a Techno Viper. I know that you don't love a Techno Viper.
When did I say that?
I feel like you've been on record.
Take that back. You take that back
sorry,
now.
Sorry. I will take it back. Tele Viper, you don't like. Yeah.
Techno Vipers are sexy as, man.
Yeah, they're
like
really sexy.
Two tones of
the
purple?
Two tones. It's the color palette. I had a lot for some reason. I actually troop built. Strange, but I did.
Well, you might have come on a little bit too late for Vipers. So Techno Vipers were like the ones to have.
Yeah, Zartan chewing out Mindbender there in a cartoon style.
If you ever raise your voice to me again, I will pull your tongue out through your left nostril.
Jeez, specific, but we're here for it.
So in a previous letters page that we read, the difference between snurf and snarf was discussed. I think it's so delightful that someone actually wrote in to question Larry about these various expressions. And if I remember correctly, a snurf is a with closed mouth.
Okay.
And a snarf is a with an open mouth, I think.
Look, I like this page here where we finally. That's nice.
I can't see you, Ben. There, I will show everyone you. Oh yes, the calm after the helicopters have left.
But look at that inferno in the background.
Yeah,
they did it. But look, the issue does not end there.
What?
There is one last page. Now, it features Jinx, of all people.
I omitted this from my
kind of Miss Moneypenny, like, yeah, desk bound?
Well, her secondary military specialty, whether you want to believe it or not, is, I'm going to say, finance clerk.
Good
So
with
she has
numbers.
she's got a kind of a secondary military specialty that is a desk job. And there she is. Or maybe it's personnel clerk. Either way, she's got this banal secondary military specialty. As I say, whether you want to believe it or not, that's up to you. Whether it's a cover story or not, that's to be debated. But yeah, it's Billy's mom. It's
I
Miss
don't need
Cobra
no
Commander.
stinking ID. I'm Billy's mother. And she whips out a gun.
As a member of the Arashikage clan, Jinx should be ashamed that she didn't immediately disarm this woman. But I guess she's playing dumb. She wants to see where this leads.
Yeah, I mean, well, there's the next panel will, she will be.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't read the letters, did you?
I gave him once over, but I mean, this being a book that I had as a child, I've read this letters page more times than I care to count.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's
This
all
is cool.
kind of...
You had this one as a kid, just randomly on the spinner rack.
Yeah, got this one and an issue 10 issues later. So I kind of tried my best to fill in the blanks, but failed.
What year would you have picked this up in? Came out in 88, but you got it in 93?
Maybe later than that, 95.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
That's
but wild.
It's been with me for a long, long time. Let me remind myself. Did anything stand out? Look, there's there are always going to be no prize attempts at this stage of the GI Joe book. One of them very earnest and gets a no prize because it actually was an explanation offered by the letter writer's son, a 5-year-old boy who came up with a reason for why Tollbooth was driving the Slugger on Cobra Island in the Cobra Island Civil War. Anyway, well, the explanation was, Tollbooth was driving the Slugger because Thunder was away on another mission, and it was Hardtop driving the bridge layer. Hardtop being the Defiant ground crew member. They both have hard hats. That's why they were sort of interchangeable in the art. Not a bad explanation, if I do say so myself. And then there was another attempt that had like bad vibes. So no prize denied. The editor says, good explanation, bad vibes. No prize. Go back to reading Kafka, you commie. Wow.
Now, as someone that has been printed in an ARA book, S-Jubs, have you been writing in regularly? Have you written in recently?
I lost all interest in writing in because Larry no longer responds. He doesn't receive the letters.
How do you know that? Is that
well, you don't get him. Look, if he's ever to respond to a letter,
you, dude.
Yeah, where are we? I'll re-add us.
There we are. If I can't
StreamYard's
see you,
being weird.
If I can't see you, you don't exist.
No, I'm sure we alarmed many viewers there. So, yes. So, if Larry was to respond to a letter, I'm pretty sure I would know.
Okay.
It would have a different tone. Like they make no bones about the fact that like the editor, I think, on the current Skybound book is the one authoring the responses.
Okay. Fine.
Hopefully, if Larry was to ever jump into the responses, they would indicate.
Yeah.
Dash Larry Harmer.
I tell you what, can you imagine if you were featured in this initial run? How awesome that would be. You know, you're kind of just there. You're a part of history. I mean, you're a part of history if you're in the new ones as well. I just mean...
Nah, I disagree. That stuff is toilet paper. I mean, apologies to everyone who reads it and to everyone who's enjoying it. But like, the golden era is this thing that is untouchable. You know, in the annals of history. Like it's Original era, this run. Yeah, that's where you want to be. And I fortunately have a mate who has been published, and I asked him about it, and he was like, "Yeah, it's pretty cool."
Okay, wow. Well, look, we're only interested in the golden era here on Chasing Joe, because I am chasing the 155. We're going to throw some other stuff in there as well, but it's been another fantastic episode of Chasing Joe. I don't have anything left to say about this issue, apart from it made me get my road pig out and have a good old WWF match with Spirit. And I think I've broken him.
No, oh no.
No. He just needs an O-ring, dude.
Just needs an
Road
O-ring.
Pig stretched him out.
I'm very grateful that we didn't have any kissy scenes with Serrana and Road Pig right now. I had her on the back burner, but we'll not let them occupy the screen at the same time.
Road Pig's head.
Serrana only has eyes for mainframe.
You can't see, but you can balance Road Pig on his head perfectly. Because it is so flat.
Okay. Other flat tops include Guile from the Street Fighter 2 line and Static Line from Sky Patrol.
That's fantastic flat.
We'll get them to do like
knowledge.
breakdance head spins, man.
Yeah. Okay. I have been at BenFlyingRetro, and I am going to be asking for your help next week. I'm not going to say any more than that, but I require our viewerships, our listenerships help, and I require your help too, S-Jubs. I will ask something of you, but we'll have to wait until next episode for
Exciting.
what that will be. But something exciting is happening over here in the UK, and it's coming out of this house. But I do need help, or my wife needs help.
Ooh.
But we'll get
Anything
to
we
that
can do,
next
brother.
episode. Follow me over on Instagram at BenFlyingRetro. Listen to PWP, People Who Play. That's my other podcast. Still going strong, although it is behind a paywall. This is free to air, S-Jubs. What's going on the flagship?
Always free. Free and G.I. Joe centric, as it should be.
I've been
The
enjoying
flagship.
I've been
Well,
enjoying it.
what is your opinion on the Dreadnought Swampfire?
Swampfire. I'm not familiar. Describe.
Helicopter boat.
Helicopter boat. Oh, can you get
Do
it
you
up for me now?
recall G.I. Joe the movie?
Yes.
The
Yeah.
Rawhides make their infiltration
Yes.
on a couple of swamp fires. Mm-hmm.
Don't remember the toy
Yeah, I wonder why that is.
at all. In fact, why you got a deep dive?
We have. It's in the can. It is, it was published on Monday. So if you like this, maybe check that out.
Mm-hmm. I absolutely adored the pit deep dive. You dive deeper than the pit itself.
Wait.
I should let me hop on. Let me guest on an ep soon. It's been too long, brother. Last one we did was a Skybound ARA issue, I think. Or was it a
Do you have a
Commander book?
request then, sir? Yeah, probably. The
Or did we
Cobra
do
Commander
both?
miniseries.
Did we do two? Maybe we covered 2 issues in one episode. Can't remember. But this, what do I look like to you, S-Jubs? Am I Jon Snow? Is Chasing Joe Jon Snow? I listened to that whole episode. No mention of Chasing Joe. The ugly, I don't know. The ugly sister of GI Joburg. I was like, you got to promote this, mother.
I'll be more diligent then. I pepper it every now and then.
We're not a dirty secret. Here at Chasing Joe, we have our chests out and we're proud.
I'm always fascinated why there are these disparate groups of people that listen to the one and not the other not the one. It's like, it's all G.I. Joe, it's all good.
Shall I come up with a deep dive and then we can maybe plug it into a future episode?
I want to know what toy you would most like to talk about.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to have to think on that. That's going to require
Indeed.
research. It's going to require me, like, delving into my tub of figs.
Well,
Okay,
that'll be
cool.
something for the listeners to look out for.
Yeah, leave that with
Start
me.
salivating. Good.
Okay. Until
Alright.
next week. Yo, Joe!
Road pig, Donald. Road pig, Donald.
Me, road pig.
Smash. Yo.